Hey guys, Rybaack here, Death Knight tank for the Short Bus Riders Guild and YouTube person, I guess. And this is where I get to make a special announcement for you all. The Short Bus Riders are now recruiting! Hi, how you doing? Doing good? Same. So, basically the Short Bus Riders, we're recruiting different types of people for different types of reasons. This is where I shall explain what we're looking for. First and foremost, we are a social guild more than anything. We actually care about our players, and we thrive through teamwork, generosity, and bits and pieces of all that. We like to do really a lot of fun events, whether it be transball contests or comedy events like having level 1s race on a road of death to see who makes it to the end and how many deaths there might be. Those events are fun. I love those. But even though we are a social guild first and foremost, and that is the most important part, the secondary part of the guild is that we do raid. We do have a raid team. I'm actually a tank for them. I am a Death Knight tank for the raid team, and I'm also the recruiter for the guild over here on our server. So we are on the Horde side of US Airy Peak on the US servers. Yes, this is an Alliance dominant server, some of you may know from Easy and some other guilds. Our current progression is that we have completed 2 Star Garrus on normal and our 2 bosses into heroic. We finished Nighthold in heroic. Emerald Nightmare on heroic, started mythic. Over here in Airy Peak, we are number 36 on the server overall. Number 2 for Horde. There's a lot of Alliance guilds. And our main search for this recruitment is tanks. Yeah, we already have 2 tanks on the core, but because we prioritize the social aspect and none of us are hardcore, we are a casual guild, sometimes life happens. We can't stop life from happening, whether it be work hours, vacation time, trips for any certain reasons, emergencies. We can't always rely on the same people every time, unlike those hardcore guilds. So because of that, we are looking for at least sub-tanks, or even replacements if things really go wrong. We have plenty of Guardian Druids, so if you're looking for any questions about what is most in demand, Guardian Druids are not in demand. Unfortunately, the other core tank is a Guardian Druid. Blood Death Knights are not really in demand, but there's not as many of them. There's a little bit more of an opening to a Blood Death Knight for the raiding aspect, the raiding half of the guild. We do not have a Mistweaver Monk on the core at all. We have 4 healers. Each one is actually 2 of them are druids. We have 2 restoration druids. We have a restoration shaman and a holy paladin on the core. We don't have any discipline or holy priests on the core. We do have a shadow priest, and we do not have Mistweaver monks. Those are the healers that we're looking for. Healers aren't super in demand at the moment, but still, any subs and extra bodies are nice. In terms of damage dealers, your DPS, your hunters and your demon hunters are very much not in demand. There's just way too many in Legion. Hunters because they're an easy class to learn, easy class to play, popular class due to either controlling animals or just being a downright sniper. And demon hunters because Legion, it's their expansion, just like Death Knights back in Wrath of the Lich King. But we are looking for a core warlock for extra summons, the portal utility. There's just so much utility on a warlock that you don't even have to know how to do damage on the class. You could just be there to be the cookie grabber, to be the cookie cook person, to be the baker who makes cookies. Even if that's all you know how to do on a warlock, that's probably plenty. That's the most in-demand damage dealing class. Plus it's range, so it helps. If any wonders about what might be the most in demand for melee, probably a rogue. Rogue because they have their own set of utilities, like a misdirect, just like hunters do. They have their own cloaks, which can help with soaking mechanics, immunities to magic mechanics. But mages are also kind of in demand for their mage tables, and just all around range. There's a lot of different classes that are kind of in demand at a mid-range level, but the most in-demand things are non-Guardian Druid tanks, Mistweaver Monk healers, Rogue and Warlock DPS is the most in demand, even though some others are kind of in demand, and like Windwalker Monks are pretty cool. Retribution Paladins, we don't have any in the core. We do have subs on trial, but until schedules come and become more fit, we can't really utilize that. So this is my message to you, my message to everyone who plays on the US servers, or somehow decides to transfer from Europe to US for some reason. US area peak on the Horde side does have a guild looking for people from all around. Whether you're from Guild Jaden, Mal'Ganis, Stormrage, Illidan, any server, any place, we welcome all. However, the only one rule of thumb that I have to give you is... Oh, there we go. One rule of thumb I have to give you is the number one thing we expect, whether you're on the raid team or not, is generosity and patience with those who are just now learning such activities, whether it be mechanics to new fights, because there will be wipes, because that's how progression is. You're not going to kill every boss in one shot. You're not going to kill them in less than 5 shots sometimes. Matter of fact, Heroic Spellblade from Nighthold, it took us about 50 bulls, for some reason. It took us less to kill Gul'dan, which is kind of odd. So one thing that we really expect is the generosity and patience for others, because even in a raided situation, the social aspect does come first. So I just want to make sure that if you are looking for a guild that cares about other pit players and raids at the same time, this is the perfect guild for you. It's just that the social aspect is more important than anything. So this is my message to everybody around Alliance who want to go Horde, or Horde who wants to swap servers for some reason. We are open arms. We welcome all who are willing to play nice, I should say. So that is it for my message. This is Rybaack signing off. Have a good one.